Alright, what is up, everybody? This is Zach Zacharias. We are back again with more of Avernum 4 Greed and Glory. Let's go ahead and continue here. We're at the Fissure post now. Got a few tourists here. This is a guest of the hotel down from the surface. He is terrified of you, as if you might lose control from the moment you see someone from the surface and instantly impale him in a storm of barbarian rage. You leave without attacking him. He is relieved. So I guess there is no specific surface dialogue, even though our characters are from the surface technically. Actually, the cook and server for the Fissure post is an old pale Avernite, probably a native. His clothes are nice and stylish, if a bit out of date, no doubt tailored on the surface. He looks nervous about having a warrior fresh from battle in his fine establishment. Ah, yes, welcome to you. I am Yardley, and this is the Fissure post. I will help you as I can, but we are very busy. A difficult time, I'm sure you understand. You can feel the eyes of the people in the common room on you. They are mostly visitors from the Empire stranded down here. You both fascinate and scare them. Can I get something to eat? The Fissure Post food is very good. Many of the ingredients are from the surface and priced accordingly. Can I get a room? This request was what Yardley was most afraid of. Ah, well, all the rooms are currently full, with my surface clients trapped down here, unable to return to home. But I can set you up in the storeroom, on the floor, I mean, free of charge. It's the least I can do for those who fight for Avernum. You agree with him. It is the least he can do. Why are they trapped down here? Alas, the portal which would return them to the surface is temporarily out of commission, so they must stay here. And the Fissure Post is one of the few places in Avernum that can provide them with the quality of lodging they expect. I don't need a room. I am sorry to hear it. He lies. He looks relieved. Can you tell me what has been happening? Yes, of course, he says, clearly hoping that cooperation will induce you to leave sooner. I can tell you the latest happenings to the west, south, and southwest. What has happened to the south? A passing caravan told me that Patrick's Tower is having problems, but then who isn't? The magical radiation from that place is always doing odd things. Lately it has been worse. The tunnels under the tower have become truly frightening, and it is all I can do to keep my clients from going to explore. Their desire for an authentic underworld adventure tempts them to suicidal foolishness. What is happening to the southwest? Southwest of here is Fort Remote. It guards a great cave from enemies from the tunnel beyond. Recently, a large force of Avernite soldiers passed through the fort, but hardly any return. Those that did return were highly disturbed. They did not want to share the horrors they saw. What is happening to the west? The cities of Darman and Blosk have been ravaged by a gigantic shade. The people there have been effective, growing strangely violent and aggressive. How are your guests reacting to the disaster? They are exercising the privileges of the wealthy, he says delicately. They are paying for a safe haven, avoiding refugees, and returning to safety as soon as possible. Yarley fingers the collar of his silk tunic nervously. Ah, yes. Anything else for you? I tend to the needs of all our visitors. Perhaps a meal or a drink before you are back on the road. I mean, rations, perhaps? Do you own the Fissure Post? No, I am merely its oldest, longest-serving, most humble employee. The inn is owned by Mikey the Maven, an exemplary resident of the Great Cave. Tell me about Mikey. A friendly fellow with a great many interests. Trained as a mage before he set his eyes on a career in hospitality. He engages in a variety of experiments. Fortunately, none of them have destroyed the inn. Where is Mikey now? Lately, he can usually be found upstairs. He likes to watch the geysers. Say they help him think. Also helps him watch for unwanted intruders. At least those approaching from the east. I am here on business of the castle. I'm looking for a suspicious character who may be acting against Avernum. Yarley's voice grows very quiet. I would never betray the confidence of a guest. But the castle, you say? There is a gentleman in my largest room upstairs, at the end of the long hallway. Name is Stout. You might want to speak with him. Anything else you can tell me about him? He looks away for a moment, debating what to say. Years at this job have left me with instincts. Stout is here to hide. What else have you learned about Stout? I have said all I can say. He is a guest after all. Noted. This is an employee of the inn. She has clearly been instructed not to speak with you or do anything that might encourage you to stay. Oh, I was wondering when I was going to see those characters again. I thought they would be at the castle, but I guess not. Do you have a question for me? Yes, there is something I want to discuss. Ask your question. I have now had the chance to engage in a careful evaluation of Avernum's military capabilities, command structure, practical performance in the field. It was especially informative seeing how the disruption in Almeria essentially cut your nation in two. I have learned a lot. How'd you get by Almeria? We crossed the river using magic. Michaela smiles and nods. Not an option available at scale. Go on. Gladly. We have found that Avernum's army is a barely functional mess. You have more people and more problems, but you have not improved. Not your weapons or your organization. Even if you survive this disaster, you are poorly equipped to handle a worse one. The Empire does have more experience. Perhaps you can help teach us. A military exchange. It is possible. Empress Prozac is soft-hearted after all, even though Avernum has caused great trouble for us whenever you had power. We will certainly make you pay for the help. I think you will find our aid necessary, though. That was all I had to ask. Good day to you. With the squeak from his helmet, he nods. And to you, warrior. I hope the peace holds. Do you have a question for me? She sets aside a spoon and readies her pen. I do. What is your question? She rearranges the chunks of lizard steak on her plate with a long, two-tined steel fork. We visited your tower colony, a glorious, tragic ruin. The experience has stayed with me. It was destroyed by you, your own wizard, performing deadly, forbidden experiments without permission. That is what happened, yes. You Avernites think the Empire is cruel and excessive for limiting what magic our wizards can use. Yet, your land is lousy with the results of the experiments of mad wizards, even necromancers, and the tower it almost destroyed your entire land. Are you not willing to consider that perhaps in this matter the Empire has some wisdom, a tiny bit? She spears a chunk of lizard, dusts it with salt, and eats it. As Avernum grows, some restrictions will be necessary. That was all I wanted to hear. After all, the risks you take affect the Empire as well. Thank you for your candor. Here, have a mushroom roll. They're delicious. I wish you safe exploring. Appreciated. This journey is more risky than we expected, but we serve the Empress. We will do our duty. Is there anything you want to know? It is early in my journey. I am not yet ready for specifics. Still, you have traveled. You have goals. I do have a question for you. Ask your question. Despite all the warfare and tragedy, I am seeing great potential in Avernum. You have so many caves, so many mines. Far more than you have people to fill. I think that the Empire could pay your nation truly generous sums in return for exclusive control of some of those caverns. How would that benefit Avernum? Apart from the initial payment, it would enable your caves to be used in a far more efficient way than they are now. We buy caves from you. We use Empire techniques and magic to produce higher qualities of herbs, crystals, and the like. They are carried up through the portal. You take tariffs, enriching yourself greatly. Everyone benefits. All you need is for the Empire to be allowed to purchase obscure stretches of land in Avernum. Not currently legal, but it could be. Your thoughts? The Empire might be allowed to own some caves, but you must pay well. Money and military aid. Oh, we will. Plenty of cloth, wood, and other valuable products will enter the underworld. We will also give military aid, of course. After all, if the Empire has colonies down here, we will want to protect them. See? More safety and prosperity for all. I want an unvarnished opinion from a normal, low-power Vernite. Thank you for your time. Anything else? I hope your visit is productive. As do I. Thank you for your time. I wish you well. Not stealing all this stuff here, but I can always use the loot. Let's go upstairs now. Oh, that's an interesting character portrait. There is a heavy-set man in a long, graceful orange robe. He was sitting on the bench enjoying the panoramic view of the geyser. When he rises, you see that he wears a carved jade amulet around his neck. He touches it briefly as he approaches you. You, he smiles. I've heard of you. I hope you agree politely. I know of you, heard the stories. Hoped you would stop by for a rest after your long, difficult adventures. I am Mikey the Maven, current owner of the Fissure Post, trader of unique curios and magical trickery. You notice that the room contains multiple cabinets, each full of small, exotic objects from all over Avernum and the surface. Tell me about yourself. I'm a trader at heart. I love finding things that make people happy. Then I sell them those things. I did very well on the surface. Now I spread my particular sort of cheer in the underworld. How did you make your fortune? Buying low and selling high. People are always selling precious things for cheap. It's all about getting an eye for what is precious and what is just junk. Is this ring valuable? Is this statue rare? Takes years to be able to tell. I love it. Why did you come to Avernum? I was sent. The Empire invited me to bring my particular sort of joy to the underworld. Their loss, I think. Why were you exiled down here? That is generally thought to be a rude question, isn't it? Let's just say the Empire found I made some questionable acquisitions and leave it at that. And then you purchased the Fissure Post? I did. I think of it as my most precious curio. As he speaks, the geyser outside the windows erupts. It's a remarkable sight. Lovely, yes. Real estate is a difficult thing to collect, but it has its rewards. How is business? Very good. Many wealthy visitors from the surface were trapped down here when the disasters began. I gave them the proper treatment they craved. In return, I am being paid very well. I hope I live to spend it. Any regrets? I try not to have regrets. Suppose somehow the disasters afflicting Avernum worsen and spread and kill me. In that case, I will regret coming to Avernum. Anything less than that, and I will be happy to make do. In this optimistic spirit, he has a round of drinks brought. Mikey the Maven follows you around the room, showing off his treasured selections from his huge collection of curios. He sometimes hints that he is interested in trading. Sometimes he has drinks and bowls of spiced mushroom broth brought to the hall. When lost in thought, he unconsciously touches his amulet. You have quite a collection of stuff. Indeed, my shelves are heavy with trinkets. Some valuable, some magical, some of historical interest. I struggle to sell them quickly enough to buy replacements. Some of my magical equipment is bulky. Took some trouble to bring it and install it. Worth it. What sort of items do you collect? I have a simple rule. If I can tell an interesting story about it, I want to buy it. Alas for me, I'm very good at making stories. Is everything for sale? Everything except the inn, for now. Maybe someday I will move on, and then some lucky soul gets to buy my precious geyser. You have magical equipment? I do have a device. I got the key components of it on the surface. With some effort, I was able to reconstruct it here. It is, perhaps, the most precious trinket I own. Certainly the heaviest. It will be a struggle to move it when next I have the urge to wander. Urge to wander? He fingers a green amulet. I crave the peripatetic life. One day the road will call to me again. My marvelous machine will likely have to stay, alas. What does the device do? It is an augmenter. It puts a blessing on equipment placed in it. Swords are sharper. Armor is more likely to turn away blades, and so on. He rises and unlocks the door to the south. There, now you can go in and see it. Alas, to get the machine to work, it must be fed. What must the device be fed? Materials with innate magic. I found that the most efficient set of fuel is composed of leather and steel of the highest quality bound around a focusing crystal. Then, to defray my own expenses, I must be paid 1,000 coins for use of my machine. Once I am paid, feed the fuel into the device and pull the lever. A weapon or piece of armor in the circle will be permanently enhanced. He enters the workshop for a minute and returns with the leather bundle. He hands us with a smile. A free first use, inadequate payment for your heroism in the service of Avernum. Exactly what does the blessing do? The blow of a blessed weapon bites harder. A blessed piece of armor provides more protection. Also, those who have had their gear blessed swear that their blows will become more accurate. I want to buy fuel for the device. Mikey takes materials and disappears with them into his workshop. A few minutes later, he returns with the leather bundle. They are food for the machine, enough to enhance one weapon or piece of armor. That is all I need. I truly hope I helped. I like to do business with you. I hope that you would ask. I won't waste your time with clutter, of course. Only high-quality items, a selection of curios and rare crafting materials, the finest the surface and the underworld have to offer. I'm looking for catnip. I am too. Lots of cat owners in this region. Could make good money selling it to them. One apothecary told me he bought it once. Some farm at the base of the south wall of the Great Cave. What do you have for sale? Mikey proudly displays a selection of curios and rare crafting materials from the surface and the underworld. Well, I think I kind of wasted my free blessing, but maybe we'll get two. I like to sell something. That's all for now. Thanks. I will be going now. I hope you return soon with an empty belly and tales of the road. You put Mikey's special lever food into the shelf. You pull it, there is a grinding sound, then a humming sound, then a mix of both. The floor vibrates. Most of the magical energy appear in the circle. The most look around seeking a suitable item to bless. They don't find one. They fade. Fortunately, the lever is still fed. Blessing successfully applied. Yeah, I kind of wasted my free one, so... Wait, can I reload real quick? So I don't waste it. Ah, no, we're already too far into the... Okay, whatever. Live and learn. This young woman must be down from the surface. She has that precious, healthy skin tone everyone in Avernum loses within the first few months of darkness. She stares at you openly, fascinated to meet an adventurer. You must be one of the sights she came down here to see. Hello, she says. I am Maria. I am so thrilled to meet a real, live warrior. I love reading stories about heroic deeds. Where are you from? I am from the city of Gale in Avernum. It's a big, beautiful city. It was saved by adventurers once. I hope I can go back home soon. What did the adventurers save it from? An invasion of golems, horrible stone creatures that shot fire and ice. The adventurers invaded their foul tower and destroyed them. I've read lots of books about it. Books? Yes, there are lots of them, though they all say different things. It's very strange. Some books say that the adventurers had to find their way through a maze of conveyor belts swarming with monsters. Others say the adventurers had to dodge around fiery magical beams that turn on and off and burn them. I don't know if either is true. All I know is that an adventurer's life must be very exciting. Maria stares at you boldly. I'm surprised a mighty warrior of the underworld would have so much time to speak with me. Can I hear tales of your wanderings? Why can't you return home? I don't know. Father won't tell me, but it has something to do with all the monsters that appeared after we came here. It's alright. I'm sure you'll go sort it out. Why did you come to visit Avernum? We heard it was very beautiful, and it is. We didn't expect to get trapped by all the monsters, though. Would you like to hear stories of my adventures? Oh, yes. Please, yes. She sits and watches you with fascination. You tell her stories of your many battles and close calls. She finds you enthralling. As you talk, she orders meals and drinks for you. Eventually, she gets tired and your throat gets sore. She thanks you sincerely. She promises that she will tell all her friends on the surface about you. There is a thin, nervous man in this hotel room. His skin is blotchy and pale. You can't tell whether he is an Avernite native or has just been down from the surface for a while. His clothes and leather jerkin are of high quality, and he wears a quality blade at his hip. He is unhappy about your intrusion. I am Stout, he says. Now that we have been introduced, I invite you to leave my chambers. Now. I'd like to talk to you about an upside-down crown, if you know what I mean. Stout is surprised. He calmly draws his blade as he inspects you. Then he nods. He says, there is something foul in the pit. Then he waits for your response. Yes, there is. Stout nods. His face is expressionless. This is clearly not what he wanted to hear. Then he lunges at you. Of course, you are prepared to defend yourself. Figures it would terrify my main guy, Dante. I hate both of them are charmed now, though. Alright, let's see. Let's at least unshackle one of their minds. Alright, what is his weaknesses? Okay, pretty strong against physical, but he is weak to poison and acid, so maybe I should use that. Actually, just to be on the safe side, we'll do this. And yeah, let's use acid here. Oh, the freaking charming effect. Let's make sure we just get him with the poison, though, and acid. Stout dies without saying another word. You search him, looking for anything that might tell you who he was or why he was here. All you find is a key. Use it to unlock the door of his bedroom. Okay, that freaking charm effect, though. Anytime you melee him, you were charmed. Wow. The store is full of trash. You search through it, looking for some clues of who Stout was or where he came from. At the bottom of the jar, you find one thing of interest. It's a map drawn on a filthy, stained piece of paper. The map is very crude and you don't recognize the caves it depicts. Some sort of code or other trickery. You wipe off the paper and take it with you. Where's that freaking harp at? I still have a danger harp somewhere. Yeah. We'll just let him have it. I had to kill Stout. Yarley sighs. Unfortunate, but not unexpected. He was a suspicious fellow. I'll have a girl get the room clean. Can I get a room? I'll sleep on the floor then. As promised, you are set up with the pallet in the storeroom and stale rolls for breakfast free of charge. Surprisingly, the floor of the Fissure Post is a more pleasant place to rest than the finest room in most of Avernite inns. You are fully rested. I wonder if we knew exactly what to say for Stout, maybe we could have let him live and he would have given us information voluntarily, but maybe we weren't supposed to have that regardless, and then we had to kill him. Bit of an annoying fight, but not overwhelming. Alright, now who was it that wanted that quest complete? Okay. Alright, Levitt. There was an agent at the end, but I got no information, only this. Levitt puts on gloves and takes the disgusting piece of paper. He seems to recognize the seemingly random set of squiggles instantly. Ah, of course. The tunnels around Fort Saffron. All levels are drawn here, which is why it is such a tangle. Fort Saffron. Interesting. Fort Saffron is at the northwest corner of the Great Cave. A poor clue, but better than nothing. Thank you for this assistance. In payment, I will make sure one of the storerooms in the barracks is unlocked for you. He chuckles. I think I will let the soldiers pay your salary. Do you want me to continue investigating? An excellent idea. Yes, I do. And Fort Saffron seems to be the next destination. See if the commander there has detected any bandit activity. And if so, see if you can find anything else about these dark side loyalists. More information about Albrecht will be a real prize. Will Fort Saffron cooperate? If you have any problems at Fort Saffron, feel free to mention my name. I think you will get cooperation once my involvement is known. Might this just be another band of bandits? No, they are organized. Widespread. Recruiting. I sense a real threat and I am going to act. Do you think the dark side loyalists work for the Abyss? No, not their style. The Abyss hates us, but they would never wage war on us. They need our protection. They are outsiders, probably hiding in the outer lands of the Abyss undiscovered. Okay, so at least we get some items here. Crude javelins. Healing elixir. I'm still keeping on those Tinker's gloves. The only one that's really effective for me is the healing elixir and the other thing I got. I forgot. I lost my train of thought there. Alright, now that we have that complete, why don't we go ahead and explore... He did say catnip near a farm south, though. Mikey the Maven did, anyway. You know, there's probably going to be a quest anyway, so might as well go ahead and inspect this section here. Oh yeah, we can definitely take him on. Yeah, fighting this necromancer is probably going to be a quest anyway, but let's go ahead and just get it done. Ooh, tough fighter. I have something that does a lot of damage here. And we'll do that. That. Nova is taking so much freaking damage right now. I don't care if you shout no alarm. Get out of here with that. Alright. Actually, no, let's, do the insanity one again. And then I'm also going to haste. Dang, she took so much freaking damage right there. But we almost have them beat, so... You hear that M sound? Let's check his weaknesses. Okay, so he's pretty strong. It's cold, mental, fire, and magic. I mean, oh, no wonder why the fire wasn't as effective. But definitely weak to the physical, and we can definitely poison him as well. So we can definitely do that. Alright, wound him again. Oh wait, doesn't he have any like poison? That's curing. I don't know what that was, but okay. Wait, what the heck? Oh, Wraith form. That's what's causing that to happen. Alright, you know what? You can take some more acid. Oh, your morale's broken. Who cares? The necromancer falls to the ground, mortally wounded. He cries out, "Is this the end of the mighty Torque, the necromancer?" Turns out, yes it is. You doubt that Torque was part of a wave of monsters assaulting Avernum. Too blatant. Insane enough that he could maintain this operation out in the open in the Great Cave. Spectral boots. Okay, those sound good to me. Alright, already has blessed boots. Oh, I could also use that for poisoning. Yeah, I'll hang on to that. Tomb was recently looted. Regardless, I still think we did a good deed here. Wait, what is that section right there? The heck? Okay, so I'm back here. But yeah, can I get over there real quick? Looks like I didn't even explore this section. Even at this distance, you can easily see the huge, lumbering creatures hiding in this remote cave. They are cave giants. Cave giants are phenomenally fierce and stupid. They have massive legs and arms necessary to support their enormous bulk. And yet, the creatures still suffer from chronic joint pain. This explains their relentless, ugly mood. They're sitting around a fire, throwing rocks at the wall, eating big, roasted chunks of lizard, and shouting at each other. Fortunately, they haven't seen you yet. Okay, so the game did autosave for me. I think we can probably take them on, actually. It's pretty bold, but I am willing to do it. Oof, that is a lot of damage there, actually. Nope, do that. And do this. Okay, a bit of a lengthy fight, but we're managing. Okay, these lizards should be no problem. Okay, so we found another book and we found another glowing basalt. I just need one more to complete that quest. Bronze spear. I don't need that, but I can sell it. Mandrake fruit. Okay, so that was an interesting encounter. I'm pretty sure the cave giants is tougher, so I don't want to go to guns blazing and take them all on at once or anything like that. Oh, some Avernite soldiers right there. A small force of Avernum soldiers are camped here, out of sight of the road. They spend their time watching the small dark tunnel on the west wall. When their leader sees you, she rises to greet you. Good, help's arrived. She's making a lot of assumptions here. You are help, aren't you? Boy, I sure do hope you are help. I'm Scout Elfin. We're here to do a job, but I don't think we can do it. I've been asking for more help, but no luck yet. You know, times are hard. Can you tell me about this area? Not a lot. A lot of action to the southwest, but I'm not allowed to ask about it. You'll have to speak with the commander of the fort down there. Which fort? Fort Remote. It's southwest of here. Things have been very active there lately. Dangerous. Their commander could probably use another blade. What about outside the fort? Well, we nearly lost control of the road to the east. Lots of undead are wandering around out there. I'd be careful. The old ruins to the northwest haven't been safe either. We'll probably be sent to pacify that pile of rubble when the bugs are dead. Ruins? Ruins of what? No idea. I guess some old city they tried to build decades ago. It didn't work out. Serious early Avernum, long before the Empire War. A scout Aelfin chats with you. However, all of her attention is on the tunnel to the west. What else do you want to talk about? It's nice to have company, even nicer to have reinforcements. What are you doing out here? Pest control. There's a big chitrack burrow in the tunnel to the west. We need to burn them out before they spread. The problem is I don't think we're strong enough. Typical. We're holding until we get reinforcements. You know, if you helped us, bet you could get a bounty from Fort Remote for it. Any other soldiers that can help? Well, there are other soldiers all around. None of them want to help us, though. Can't blame them. Just attack them. Take a chance. Easy for you to say. Chitracks seem like easy prey. Then they swarm. Dig out the floor under you. Gobble you up. We didn't live this long by playing the heroes. I can help you. She smiles, grabs a sack, and opens it, showing you a lump of smelly, rotting meat. As if it wasn't disgusting enough, it was also doused with noxious green goo. With relief, she hands the disgusting package to you. Plan is simple. Take the meat I gave you, go into the tunnel, and drop the meat a ways in. Then run out. The bugs should fall and we can wipe them out. The stuff should drive them crazy. You think you've gone into the cave far enough. There are many tiny tunnels burrowed in the stone around you. You hear scratching and hissing. There's lots of chitracks in here. You drop the meat. There are a few moments of silence while the reek wafts its way into the holes. Then the caves are full of echoing, angry hisses of chitracks. Aelfin didn't lie. They're coming. Alright, let me position my warriors. Man, you are lucky you're getting this much right now from me. Okay, hold on, let me check the level of these real quick. I guess not. But yeah, their icy rain did not do anything right there. But yeah, you definitely don't want to rely on them to fight this. If their magic can only do that much damage. Okay, icy rain. Dang, Nova is tanking like so much stuff right now. I kind of feel bad because Dante should be the one doing that. Ah, dang it. Dang it, a lot of them left out for Nova. What the crap? Dang, more? Oh, I didn't know she was slowed down. Or, I didn't even know whose turn it was, actually. Oh boy, I hope this wasn't a mistake to get into this fight. Oh, come on, really? Really? Hold on, I gotta reload. Because I cannot do this with only, like, a couple of my fighters here. Okay, you know what? Yeah. Let me reload real quick. I'll make sure the game is saved right here, and I'll see you on the next part.